Hey guys, welcome back to ABG Spoken English classes. Today we are going to discuss the question answers of the lesson chapter 18, the freedom struggle. So dear students, please subscribe the channel and you will get the notification from the new video. So let us start now. The first question is exercises. Fill in the blanks with suitable words. The Indian National Congress was established in the year 1885. The person who talked about the drain theory was Dadabhai Navroji is the answer. Question number third. Swarajya is my birthright was declared by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The Ali brother started the Khilafat movement. Separate nation from Muslims was proposed by Mohammed Ali Jinnah, Muslim League. The Lahore session of the Indian National Congress that took place in 1929 was presided by Jawaharlal Nehru. The person who started Mahad and Kalram temple movements was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The Jhansi Regiment of Indian National Army was led by Captain Lakshmi. The place where Gandhiji carried out the salt Satyagraha was Dandi. Quit India movement was carried out in the year 1942. Fill in the blanks with given alternatives. Founder of the Indian National Congress was E. O. Hume. Publisher of Maratha paper was Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Swaraj Party was established in the year 1923. President of Indian National Congress Haripura session was Subhash Chandra Bose. Iron Man of India was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And main third question, discuss the following in groups and answer them. Which were the organizations in India before the establishment of the Indian National Congress? The Hindu Mela, the East India Association, Pune Public Sabha, and the Indian Association. What were the demands put forward by the moderates to the British? The demands put forward before the British by the moderates were development of industries in India, reduction of military expenses in the British Army, improvement in the educational standard, forcing the British government to take up studies about poverty in the country, analyze the drain theory. Moderates were the first to study the ill effects of the British rule on India. They explained the drain of resources of India into England through scientific statistics and called it drain theory by increasing the and reducing import and reducing the export. The British facilitated the draining out of precious Indian resources into India, just like Dadabhai Nauroji asked Siddhartha to publish her books explaining the draining of Indian resources into England. Name the revolutionaries in freedom movement. Aurobindo Ghosh, V.D. Savarkar, Ashwin Kumar Datta, Rajanarayana Bose, Rajaguru, Chikkankere brothers, Vishnu Shastri, Champukar, Shyamji Krishna Sharma, Ras Bihari Ghosh, Madam Kama, Khudiram Bose, Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqullah Khan, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Jatin Das are more prominent among the revolutionaries of Indian independence movement. Explain the role of Bal Gangadhar Tilak in the freedom struggle. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was one of the members of the radical group. The aim of the radical group was an independent India. Bal Gangadhar Tilak started preparing the common people for freedom struggle. He declared Swarajya is my birthright and I will get it back. Through religious functions like Shiva Jayanti, Ganesha festival, he started organizing people for freedom movement. He published Kesari in Marathi and Maratha in English newspaper and used them as a weapons to criticize the British administration. He called the people for the active participation in a freedom struggle. Thus, Tilak played an important role in the freedom struggle. What were the reasons for withdrawing of partition of Bengal? The division of Bengal in 1905 was opposed by the Indian National Congress. Still, the Bengali language could unite, unite the Hindu and Muslim communities. Raksha Bandhana, ik cultural festival, was held to bring in unity among the Hindus and Muslims. The division of Bengal resulted in widespread protection across the country. The radicals took the issues to the doorsteps of common people. They called for boycott of foreign goods and other institutions. Foreign goods and other institutions that encourage it. Indians encouraged to use local goods. The British government with drove the Bengal Division Order in 1911. Describe Chowri-Chowra incident. After seeing the intensity of the agitation, fear surfaced in the mind of British. At this juncture, thousands of people jumped into the freedom struggle at Chowri-Chowra in Uttar Pradesh. In the year 1922, police used their force against the peaceful protestants. Enraged by this, the people tried to enter the police station. Police retorted to firing. When their ammunition got exhausted, the police ran into the station. The angry protesters set the police station on fire. About 22 police were burnt alive inside the station. This incident is termed Chowri-Chowra incident in history. Describe the Salt Satyagraha. The question number 8. Describe the Salt Satyagraha. Gandhiji, after assuming the leadership of civil disobedience movement, submitted a charter of 11th demands to Viceroy Irwin. He had conveyed that if these demands were not met, if demands of Viceroy Irwin, he had conveyed that if these demands were not met, he would start civil disobedience movement. One of the demands was abolition of tax imposed on salt, but Irwin did not consider Gandhiji's demands. As a result, in the year 1930, Gandhiji travelled from Sabarmati Ashrama to Dandi in Surat on foot with his followers. On foot with his followers to produce salt in the She sure in this manner he started the civil disobedience movement. This event in history is popular as Dandi March. What were the reasons for the failure of the Quit India movement? Gandhiji gave a call to Indians to do or die. In this context, many leaders like Gandhiji, Nehru, Rajendra Prasad, Abdul Kalam Azad, Sardar Patel, others were imprisoned. Since most of the Congress leaders were in jail, organizations that other than the Congress came into the limelight. The movement paved the way for emergence of new leaders. Jayaprakash Narayan assumed the leadership of the movement. He was prominent leader of the socialist wing of the Congress. Wing of the Congress. Next question is, name the revolutionaries who took part in the Indian freedom struggle. Here the answer is, the prominent revolutionary leaders were V.D. Savarkar, Aurobindo Ghosh, Shyam Krishna Verma, Ras Bihari Bose, Madam Kama, Khudiram Bose, Ram Prasad Bismil, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad. What was the result of the second roundtable conference? The result of the second roundtable conference was Dr. Ambedkar asked for separate constituencies for the depressed classes during the elections. This was not acceptable to Gandhiji. As a result, there was a difference of opinion between Gandhiji and Ambedkar. Hence, even the second roundtable conference ended with any conclusions. Give an account of the achievements of Subhash Chandra Bose in the independence struggle. The most prominent among the revolutionary fighters of India was Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose was enraged in the attempt to organize Indians settled abroad and equip them for fighting against the British. Rome, Istanbul, and other countries and inspired the Indians there to support their motherland. Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose. So here, Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose established the Congress Socialist Party in 1934. With Gandhiji's support, Bose became the president at the Haripura session of the Indian National Congress. Subhash Chandra Bose gave the call Delhi Chalo. He urged the Indians, give me blood, I will give you freedom. Bose had played military strategy through Rangoon to capture Delhi, which was in the clutches of British. Here, with Gandhiji's support, Bose became the president at Haripura session of the Indian National Congress. Subhash Chandra Bose gave the call Delhi Chalo. He urged the Indian, give me blood, I give you freedom. Bose had played a military strategy through Rangoon to capture Delhi, which was in the clutches of British. Towards this end, as for Netaji's command, they began an armed attack. Here, towards this end, as per Netaji's command, they began an armed attack on the Burma border. Fierce fighting took place between the British and the INA. In the midst of this, Subhash died in the plane accident. Question number 13. Describe the tribal revolts in the Indian freedom struggle. The Tax and the Forest Act implemented by the British East India Company provoked the tribal revolt. Of the tribal rebellions, the Santalas revolt and the Munda movement are prominent. In this regard, the Halagali Hunters rebellion in Karnataka is noteworthy. Santala and Munda tribals lived in Bengal and Orissa hillocks. When the permanent landlord system was brought into force by British, the people of this community became destitute. Their lands went to the landlords. The company exploited the decency and peace-loving attitude of the Santalas. Enraged by this, the Santalas held secret meetings and decided to loot the landlords and the prominent citizens. The rioters killed their enemies. As a result, the landlords and moneylenders ran away. The government used the army to stem the revolt and was successful. So, dear students, please subscribe the channel and like the video and share the video. Thank you. Thanks a lot.